What's up, guys? Welcome to the third part of the series where we're automating campaign creation. Where we left off previously, we have created the structure on how these campaigns are going to be created. And so we've got the tasks and the statuses that the campaigns go through. Most of these are pretty much automated and done. We also set up the basic structure of how we send the email copy to SmartLead. And so as we're going through these different steps, we're generating campaign copy based on the playbooks and the automations that we've created, creating spin tags using automations. And then when we add a campaign to SmartLead, it goes onto this automation right here, which creates a campaign. And and so what we're going to be working on today is two things. We're going to be working on one of the playbooks. So I've got headcount movement, all of these ones, but we're going to be actually creating a brand new one. Which one? I'll just call this one Apollo. So Apollo um, sequence. And we're probably going to rename this in the future. But what this is, headcount. I'm just going to make these shorter. So Apollo sequence, what this Apollo sequence is basically if you were to navigate over to your Apollo account, if you have one, you're able to use AI assisted messaging. And this is actually the inspiration to create this whole system. So we got the customer pain points, right? And this is all the same stuff that we had previously used. And so if we go back to the client section, and we look at this client, we've got the same, right? So we got the value prop, pain points, company overview. It's really the same stuff that is over here, right? And what Apollo does is it takes this information and then generates an email sequence for you. And so for this particular example, we're going to be attempting to um, replicate what they have in their sequence over here. Um, and obviously, the reason why I created my own is because I have many, 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 many other playbooks that I would like to build out. And so these are just a few of them, but there's like so many of them that we want to build out. But so this is just one. Um, Another thing, we got to go to Clay. And because we've got this new Apollo playbook, we also got to create a Clay table template. So template, and then it's campaign playbooks, and then let's go ahead and duplicate this and then call this one Apollo sequence. Probably should have like yeah, because the only sequence right here, yeah, on this note, I should probably have a status, right? So status, let's go ahead, edit statuses. We've got new, closed, new, and I should probably have another one. Use custom, right? So we'll just do new, and then we'll do clay table created, and then active. And then we go ahead and we save this. And on that note, when a brand new task is created, so task is created, we want to add a comment. So we want to assign a comment to ourselves that says create a clay table for this playbook. Boom. So just like that. And so what that's going to look like, I'll just show you, right? We do this. I like to have the assigned comments here. So assigned comments, and then boom. So this, we have a new comment, and so it basically says create clay table. And so this is looking good. And on another note, we want to add another automation that says when status changes from any status to, sorry, from not started, so from new to clay table and and clay. Yeah, so we got to go custom field, clay table template is empty, is not set. And we'll also do the other custom field. So custom field playbook, right? So playbooks is also not set, is not set. Change it back to status, back to new, and then add another comment. And make this comment say clay must be set. Okay, so this is looking good. We go ahead and we create this. And now we've got the two automations that help us ensure that this all works well. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and just resolve this because whatever, we're stupid. And then we move it over to clay table created. Um, it's going to actually go back, but on another note, um, is it not going back? Oh, is not set. Right. Okay, so I had put the wrong field. But on that note, like if it moves from new to any of them, it doesn't really matter. We should always have the playbook set. So we go back here, we do another status, we change the status, and it's going to come right back here. So we click on F, and it's back to new with the comment telling us that we need to set it up. Okay, so this is looking good. Let me refresh. I don't know why it's not popping up. Okay, there we go. So we delete this and then we got to work on the Apollo sequence. So we've got the Apollo sequence as a clay table, Apollo sequence, and then we grab this, we put the sequence over here. Right. And by the way, the reason we have these clay tables, um, sometimes they're going to be as simple as literally the only enrichment that is here is smart lead, right? So tool, smart lead, right? So literally some of them, the only thing that we're going to be adding is something like this, which says add lead to campaign. And that's it. That's literally the only thing that's going to be here. However, for some of the other ones, the ones that are more complicated, like this one, for example, which is hi first name, Apollo AI personalized opener. So Apollo is using a personalized opener. And so we're still going to be using AI to generate the content of the email and putting it over here, but it's still going to have some custom variables such as this personalized opener. And because we have this custom variable, despite the fact that everything else is already there, it's good. We want to be able to use Clay to finalize all of that other stuff. So AI Apollo. So I mentioned we want to complete this and we also want to complete the Apollo sequence. Okay, so the Apollo sequence. Um, so if you recall, probably worth pulling up the other automation that we built previously. It was copy. I think it was campaign copy. Generate campaign copy. So this one, how the prompt looks is help me draft an email that introduces our company to potential prospects. This is our company description, value proposition, customer pain points. Follow the instructions below. And so all we're doing inside this playbook section is we're simply creating a prompt for this section over here. And so just give me 1 second. So basically, yeah, I think I've already explained that. So let's move on. Let's go ahead and create the playbook. So create create an email. And honestly, I'm not really good at creating prompts. I tend to do a lot of things with what do you call it? With trial and error. So I'm not this is not going to be perfect by any means. I'm going to be working on fixing it later on, but for now it's just create an email that um what is this email saying actually? Noticing how AI industries. Okay. Create an email. Actually, let me just pause and I'll be back when this prompt is created. So, I spent some time creating a simple playbook. This is what it looks like. Generate a personalized email tailored to industry professionals considering leveraging our company solutions. The first sentence must be first name and must not change. Second must not change. Third sentence, fourth sentence, fifth sentence, right? And obviously, like, you could get more refinement with something like this, but I think this is a good starting point to get started. And also, I do like the structure of how we've created this prompt because if we can make all playbooks as simple as this, first sentence, second sentence, I think it's going to be like super scalable, right? To try different things and. And also I put it inside ChatGPT just to see like what a prompt would look like. And so this is what I said, and it came up with this message. Obviously, this is not tailored at all because when we go over here, we would normally have the description, value proposition, pain points, and we would also have the playbook. And so we're going to do a sample run, and we're going to see whether this would work. So, right, so I've got the playbook right here. Now I need to get the client pain points, right? So let's copy the pain points. And also, it's not like perfect, right? Like with the Apollo thing, because I don't know if this is even a poke the bear question, but anyways, I don't think it really matters. Um, I think that this output was decent enough for now. So let's go ahead and I'm struggling to copy things. Oh, there it is. So we got to copy this, and then right, it's in here. Value prop. We put that there. Oh, that's the overview actually. So this is the overview, and then value prop. Right. Okay, so this is the value prop. And obviously all of this would be automated, but right now we're just trying to test, right? We're just trying to see like whether it works or not, right? So we run it again. We run it once actually, and let's see what it comes up with. And by the way, I'm using GPT-4 max tokens, temperature. I think this is fine. Okay, so let's look at the choices, message, the content. Hi, first name, text personalization. Are you facing challenges in hiring? Oh my God, that's a really good question. We at Team Epic, like, I don't love that, but like, I like the question because if you recall, like, this question is, are you satisfied with your current operational efficiencies? But simply using the description over here, it came up with something that is personalized. And if you read like what this is, it's about AI engineers and things like that. So let's go back here. Are you facing challenges in hiring highly skilled AI professionals within your budget? A team service offering affordable, highly skilled remote AI engineers at just 15. To ensure that you're making the right choice, we also offer a zero cost trial and fully refundable deposit if not satisfied. I'm wondering, would you be interested in discussing further how Team Epic might enhance your AI without stretching your budget? It's decent enough, right? Like obviously we're gonna need some more refinement. And on that note, I think that having a capability of testing would be pretty cool. So I've got this right here. If I could just plop a client in here and then just do a quick test, get an email, I think that would be really useful. That would be really useful if we could just test them here. And the way that I would do that actually is just a list, and I would call this test. Testing space, right? And we're not gonna worry about it for now, but we've got it. So this is looking good. This is looking good. Now, I think this would be here. So do not include a subject line. Email signature. This is good. So we've got that. We go here. And so, like, we've got this email right here. Right, text personalization one might be something like, "Hey, I noticed that your company does XYZ, which is impressive. Um, Also, I don't love the length of this, but you see, like, all I need to do is I just need to change this. So, call to action, I'm gonna make that 40 words, and then this, I'm gonna make it 80 words, just like that. Man, this is so cool. This is so cool. Let's put it again. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got the information. We've got the new playbook. Let's go ahead and do another run. And I think this email should be better. Well, technically it is, but anyways, I don't think I need to worry about this right now. Um what we need to do now is we need to work on the other one, which is this right here. Because this is a simple fix, right? You just need to put a prompt sentence, uh, personalized first sentence. Each sentence. Is that even a word? Paragraph? Separated. I don't know if this, I don't know if that's even a word. Let's make them paragraph separated and let's see what happens. So run this module only. We do that again. We do this. We do this. We do this. There we go. So it's like, hey, first name, text personalization. Are you experiencing any hurdles integrating AI expert talent in your team while considering cost effectiveness? Would you be interested in learning more about how Team Epic can provide solution? Boom. That is awesome. And then the email too, right? We need to have a second playbook, right? So inside the playbooks, we've got email two playbook. Um, that is literally probably not the prompt, but I'm just gonna use this for now. Um, so boom, 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 email copy prompt. And so let's see what email two looks like. That is not 200 words. Did I put 200 words? Okay. I think I need to just give me 1 second. I'll be back. So apparently, I don't know how how many words, like how words count. So this is the new playbook that I've created. 100 words. And this is the email that we've just got. Just wanted to follow up. It could actually be even less than that, so maybe like 80 words. Um, so 80 words, right? So we put this, put this, put this, and anyways, this is what I've got, right? So it's not perfect, right? We just need more refinement. And how many words is this actually? How many words is this? Oh, see, like I literally have zero idea how. That's hilarious. I think I had put 200 previously, and I was getting like a huge like return output. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I started putting 300, and now come to find out, it's literally just 40. So, anyways, just wanted to follow up on my previous email. It's horrible. But anyways, I think I definitely need a testing space. So the testing space I think is going to come in extremely handy, and that's probably going to be something that we work on because I mean I could test it like this, but I don't think that's super skill. Like I can't get anyone else to create playbooks that way. Okay, so I think right now we're good, right? We've created the playbook. It's not perfect. It's literally just here. Um, and something that I had previously mentioned is that we are able to use, like, because of the way that this is set up and the way that this is structured, right? So campaigns get playbooks, right? So the campaigns are going to get playbooks, and then with those campaigns we can have like we can have, what do you call that, analytics, right? So I've got analytics positive, I think is called. So like positive, right? So I can add this positive field to this campaign. And this is what we used to do previously, right? We used to have the analytics for our individual campaigns, but it's actually going to be a lot more nuanced now, because not only are we going to have analytics in this manner where we're able to see completed, bounce, reply, all that stuff, but we're able to backtrack it to the playbook. And then on an individual playbook, we can see like how well does this individual playbook work, right? And so I think this is good for now. Let's go ahead and do the next part of what we needed to work on, which is creating the campaign. And so let's go start from scratch actually, right? So I'm going to delete just these campaigns because I think for now we're good. And we're over here, right? And this has assigned comments. Okay, so we'll start with campaign 3. So campaign 3, we're going to choose the, I think we have to refresh. Is that what we need to do to get this playbook to show up? So campaign 3, this is going to be an Apollo sequence. And smart lead status, we can hide this for now. That's it. I don't think I need to do anything else. So we go from campaign 3, and then we click on the next status, which is going to be generate campaign copy. We go here, save this, and then boom, use existing data. And then it gets the campaign, gets the client, gets the playbook, creates an email, creates another email, and then sends it over into ClickUp. So boom, we've got the first email, which is, "Hey, first name, text personalization one. Have you been experiencing difficulties finding skilled AI engineers that fit your budget?" Duh, duh, duh. Damn. And then email two, right? I remember what happened. So email two, we have email one playbook right here. We actually need to change that up. We need to do email two playbook, and then we need to run it again. So that's why it didn't work, because we had the wrong field. But like, that is so sick, dude. Like, I've just created a freaking email in 2 seconds, and it's not perfect, but it's like, this would otherwise have taken an insane amount of time. And it still is going to take time, right? Like, you still need to create playbooks, but that's it. Like, it's a higher leverage task to just create playbooks, as opposed to thinking of emails and thinking of different things, right? And it also allows you to work with different industries much easier, because previously, if you're trying to work with one industry, you might not have the playbooks. And so you have to think of something from scratch. And so this is the first email. Just wanted to follow up on my previous email. Like, it's literally not perfect. It just isn't. But it's a good direction. Like, look at this. Like, this versus this. Just wanted to follow up on my previous emails, and I got it better, right? They said previous emails, but they've literally only sent one email. So, hey man, we got it better. So just wanted to follow up, and then we do this, and then I put, "Can we schedule a meeting?" And that's part of the playbook. So the playbook says CTA asking for a meeting, open to learning more. But like, it's so sick. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. So we also need to create a subject line. I should do that. I should do that. So let's literally just copy this, right? Like, it's not even going to be anything special. It's just going to be like, subject line, and then generate lines each. Okay, this is good. So actually, it's not even going to be here. Um, so unlink this. It's going to be at the end. So email one, email two, and then subject line. And then the email is going to come from here. So this is the email. Boom. All right, it's in content. Honestly, let's see what it comes up with for this. Does it give me any cool subject lines? As an AI, I cannot provide. Anyways. Okay. So I put the subject line over here, which is going to be the choices, message, content. All right, let's run it once again, right? But this time around, we've got the we've got the sequence and we've got the subject line. So we go back here, it's running, we've got the email to, subject line, and then the task. And once this is done, this is basically it, right? Like, oh, we need an assigned comment, right? Generate, generate, modify campaign copy. I don't know why I didn't get an assigned comment, but I need to be getting one. So status changes, conditions are true, generate, and then we need to add a comment, which is modify campaign copy. That's what I need to be doing, right? So when we move it there, it needs to be modify campaign copy. SOPs, generate copy, right? So that's what needs to happen. And so, right, affordable AI talent, zero cost. Hilarious. Probably need a little bit more refinement on that, but I think he gets the idea across decently enough. And over here, the task that we're going to be getting with the automation is going to be modify campaign copy, right? Choose campaign playbook. Did I already do this? Yeah, we've done that. All right, this is perfect. So we've got an email. We've got a second email. Man, super excited. This is so awesome. The next thing we need to do is we need to create copy spin tags. So we move it over here. We save this for now. We go back and then we go spin tags. This one's off as well, but we've got so email one, email two. And so if we go back to the copy, this is what it looks like, right? Just wanted to follow up, right? So it looks clean. But what we're doing right now is we're creating spin tags. And so spin tags allows us to basically take one email and turn that into dozens and dozens of variations that we can then leverage to avoid spam. So we've got some spin tacks just dropping by, just dropping by, just dropping by. Wanted to follow up, just dropping by. Needed to. Damn, they did a crazy. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna say generate spin tacks, but limit it, right? Create spin tags for the following email. Avoid avoid creating more than three spin. I don't even know what those things are called. Variables each. I don't know. Avoid creating more than per word. I think I think this is gonna be fine. But yeah, I don't I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, this is crazy. I wonder if I were to go back here, so generate campaign copy, and then I were to send it forward, whether it would fix the crazy spin tax that it's done. Because that is crazy. While we're here, I'm gonna add the other one so that we can easily generate the copy. So copy, generate campaign copy. So back to the spin tax. Where's the spin tax? It's right here. Choices, message, assistant, content. I hope you're doing well. Trust this email. Da, 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 da. Aye. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Just dropping by. I'm just dropping by, just running. Right. So yeah, we don't want this like crazy spin tax, right? We want to have maybe three variables. So just dropping by, because this is doing too much, and it's the next task here is modify campaign copy, right? So when we do generate spin tax, we need to also do generate campaign copy. So create, and then we need to have another task where it's like modify campaign copy, because now it's got the spin tax stuff, and so we need to work on that. So create copy spin tax. Boom. That's perfect. And so now the next thing is literally just adding it to Smart Lead. So that's what we're gonna spend the next little bit on. Um, right. So the task that we would be getting on this front is modify campaign copy. So we modify this. The reason why I don't want crazy spin tax is because it's gonna overly complicate like how much things we need to actually edit. That makes it like a lot of work. All right. So let's do it. Add campaign to Smart Lead. And so now it's gonna go here. It's gonna create. So we've already got the creating here. We've got all of that stuff set up. Schedule. Schedule. Let's do it what we normally do it as, right? So save next. Set up, schedule campaign. I live in Winnipeg. So I use Winnipeg. So I'm gonna grab that. I don't know if that's working. It is working. All right. So we go back to which one is this? It's this one. Okay. So time zone is going to be Winnipeg, like this. Days of the week is going to be. See, that's the thing that I don't know. Is 0 Sunday? Probably. So Monday to Friday is basically when we're going to be sending the emails. And then the start hour, I like to start the campaigns at 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. CST. Yeah, seven, maybe 8, right? So that I can easily respond. And then end hour, I like to do 18. Wait, yeah. 18 is good. So that's good. And then minimum time between emails. What do I like to set this up as? 20 minutes? I think 20 minutes is fine. So right here, we'll go 20 minutes. Max new leads per day. Let's set it up as 300. 300, and then schedule start time. Now, standard, the only problem with something like this, I think maybe we can ignore this. I think maybe we can ignore this. because we don't actually have a start time, right? And then we put the campaign ID coming from over here. Boom, that looks good. And then general settings, we do that as well. What did I just do here? Schedule. Did I just do this? Schedule, schedule. I must have done these twice. All right, so let's go to the API. Update campaign schedule. That's accurate. This is what we just did. And then general settings. Right, so this is what we want. So we want to get the general settings. So update general settings. We put all of this. Yeah, but like, it's weird how it's put in. So don't track email open. So it's probably similar structure to this where we put a comma, right? So we put a comma. I think that's fine. So don't track email open. We always do that. Yep. Don't track link click. We always do that. Yep. And like you're seeing like this stuff, it's not hard to do, but like it takes time, right? And this is saving us actual time, right? From having to do this. Like we always do these. Don't track reply to an email. Don't track reply to an email. Track reply to an email. Don't track email open, link clicks. What is don't track reply to an email? I have no idea. All right, so we're just gonna keep it simple for now then. We're gonna go with this. Don't track email open, don't track link click, boom. And then that's good. And then stop lead settings, reply to an email, click on a link, open email. All right, that's good. Unsubscribe text. All right. Send us plain text. Yeah, true. Follow up percentage. I think I like to do 10%, 10%. And then the client, we find the client at the top up here. So this is the client ID. So the client, we put the client over here. Right? So true. And then name. Cristiano's. What the hell is this? Who came up with this name? That's hilarious. Um, that's funny. So value is passed. It will be updated, else it will be stay the same. All right. So this is the campaign name. We're just gonna do the same one. Actually, maybe we just don't do anything because we've already created the campaign with the name. Although it might give us a Cristiano doing sui. That's funny. Okay. So what is the last thing we want to do over here? So the last thing we want to do is update email sequence. Right. So this is where we're putting in the actual words, the actual things, right? So sequence number, ID, sequence number. Damn. All right. Well, here's the thing. I don't remember how this is done. So we're just going to use another one that I've already created, another automation that I've already created. So this one is called backup, I think. Yeah, I think it's this one. Right. Right. So we get campaign sequences and then we aggregate the sequences and then we put it here. But how do we create the sequences? I think it's actually called duplicate. Right. It's this one. So duplicate sequence. Sequence. Okay. So what this means is the one that we were just in is the right one. So back up, campaign sequences. So this, right, this is going to be taking sequences, and that's going to be the text. All right, so let's take this. Cool. And then that is weird. But anyways, I think I got it. So now we need to get this right here. Mm, I think the way it was is better actually. All right, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So I've minimized it and made it like this. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, so we're just gonna do a quick test and see whether it's going to work. So update campaign sequence. I'm gonna run this once, and we're gonna use this test campaign right here. So test campaign, save next. Let's go back. Right, this is drafted. Oh, you know what is going on? Why is my link still here? Okay, save next. Something's going on. Anyways, that worked. So we've got the URL. Let's go ahead and do a test and let's see whether it creates the sequence. So back to this. The sequence is just currently H right here. Um, Damn, I've got a lot of tabs right now. So it's giving me 400. I'll fix that error and I'll be back in a second here. Oh shoot, I'm still recording. I thought I had paused. Okay, so we're still shooting. Well, you guys just saw how I figured it out. Hopefully this works. I totally thought I had paused. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the same ID that we were just in, which is this. Okay, now it works. Well, there you go. So that's how, especially when you're working with JSON and things like that, that's how you do it. So we've got a sequence right here with the text. And now all we need to do really is just map the text. So we've got the update email sequence. We map the subject line. And so the subject line was, where was the subject line? Oh, it's in the task. So it's in this task. So we've got client, we've got email one. Right. Okay, so it's not run yet. So we need to run once, use existing data, And then now we should have the subject line that we can use. So subject line, boom. And then email body, this is for email one, right? And then this is gonna be subject line again. So like this is that variation stuff, right? Like we don't currently have a way to create variations, so we will certainly have to figure that out. So these are literally just the same emails. Nothing's changed. And then from here we delay 3 days, and then the subject line, we input the subject line, we input the email body, so that's email two, and then we do that again as well. Actually, on that note, the email two should not have a subject line because this is going to be a reply back to the first one. So this is a null. And then subject line, this is also a null. So that's perfect. So we've just done a lot of things this time around. So we're going to create a campaign, update the email sequence. Wow, this is going to be awesome. So test campaign, this was just a test. Let's go back to all campaign section. And now we're going to create a brand new campaign. And this campaign, we're going to call it, so create copy spin tags. This is what the campaign is going to be. It's going to have this text right here with all of this information. So we're going to call this campaign the automated campaign. Awesome. So yeah, modify campaign copy looks good. Let's go ahead and create campaign. So we've done everything here. Let's go ahead and create a brand new campaign. So 200 looks good. You know what's weird? I don't think my API key is accurate. So I don't think it's actually, I don't know why it's saying it worked, but it seems to have worked. Yeah, because shouldn't it be giving me an error? Like I don't have my API key correct. Right, it should be saying like API key is incorrect. Yeah, okay, that is weird. Let me put my correct API key. I'll be back. Okay, I think everything is looking good. So now we should be able to create this campaign and do it like very easily. So I'm just deleting the automated campaign, and we're gonna call this one, this is the automated campaign V2. And then we're gonna go back to create copy spin tags, right? So create copy spin tags, and then we're going to add campaign to smart lead. That's going to trigger this automation over here. Find the campaign. Boom, worked, worked, worked. Didn't work. Wait a minute. All right. So I've made some changes here. In the automation, everything worked perfectly. One other thing that I added is this post task comment, because if for whatever reason one of these run into an error, instead of moving the status from, actually it just worked. So it went to build a list. And so instead of going here, it's going to assign us a comment that looks something like this. Automation ran into an error, so that we can go ahead and fix whatever's going on with the automation. But that's not really going to be something that happens too often. But if in case it does, we want to be able to see that. So we go back to create copy spin tags. We're going to call this the easiest campaign ever, right? And we go into my smart lead account. I will refresh the page. These are all of the campaigns that I have at the moment, filtered by myself, the client. And so We're going to go ahead and we've got the subject line, which is right here, affordable AI talent. We've got the email, which has got spin tax, and we've got all of this information. By the way, one error that I was running into that I ended up fixing is whenever you get a new line, you want to add a break like this, because if you don't do this, you're going to run into errors. So I simply just needed to add that. So let's go ahead, let's run it. Besides that, not much else changed. So we add campaign to smart lead. And then from here, it triggers this automation right here, creates the campaign, updates the schedule, does everything, and then it changes the status. So it goes from where we were just at, add campaign to smart lead, and then build a lead list is the new one that we're in. And these were earlier, these were set earlier. So let's go to our smart lead account. Let's refresh the page. Let's find out whether the campaign got created. And so this is the easiest campaign ever. Let's go ahead and click edit campaign. We've got the subject line. We've got, I'm going to have to create a variant system. So we've got the email with all of the copy. We've got the second email, right? And it doesn't have a subject line because this is going to be a follow up to the first email. And then we've also got similar thing, right? And in the setup, we've got the time zones chosen properly. We've got the everything chosen like we set it up. And in the campaign settings, reply to message, don't track email open, boost email deliverability 10%, enhance. Yes, all of this is looking great. The only thing I might want to add is AI categorization. Is that something that they have here? Categorization with AI? I think it would be maybe. This is the other API document, by the way, API documentation for Smart Lead, and I like to use this whenever I want to do like a Control F. So Control F, we want to find cat go. So categorization. Yeah, I don't think it's here. I don't think so. Fetch lead categories. Update lead category. Lead categories updated. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no. I don't think it's a thing. So that's the only thing we would need to really change. We would need to change this so we can choose one of these. But everything else is already set up. Everything looks good, and so I think that's it. I think that is literally it. So now I need to build a lead list. As I had mentioned, we can do custom URLs that send us to custom Apollo URLs depending on the client and all of that other stuff, and maybe even depending on the playbook. And so we've got Apollo sequence, but headcount movement micro, right? This one is key position recently hired or key position left. Right? So build a lead list, enrich contacts in Clay. Um, I think for now we're just gonna end it here. I think for now it's looking good. We can create a campaign and lead list building. Like we're gonna automate this stuff. The tables, right? If you recall, at the beginning of this, when setting up the playbook, I set up an Apollo sequence, and so all I need to do with this Apollo sequence is look at what we're needing to do. So if we look at the email, actually it messed up the email when we were doing the spin tax stuff. And so that's one of the things that I probably need to change inside the spin tax prompt, because I literally just avoid creating more than 3 spin tax. If a word is covered in brackets, whatever, change that. And so that's what I need to do. And if you recall, what it was saying was similar to this, where it's got a personalized opener. And so inside Clay, I would simply need to add AI enrichment and then send the leads onto that clay table, and then finally add them over to Smartly. Cheers!